in this series about how to carve the great horned owl. The first series, entry was about how to begin to mark up the log, and showed some details about how to do that. Today we're going to finish drawing this one right here. This is the back view, and we're going to draw it on the log right there in front of us. So the first thing we did the other day was go 23 inches here, and we went 3 inches apart, and we began to do the scooping. Now, in order to figure out where is the widest part of the owl, it's 10 inches up from here. So we're gonna make our mark at 10 inches, and this will be the widest part of the owl. And then the owl himself is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on either side. So we'll mark this at 5 and come straight across and make a mark over here, the outside of the owl, and over here at 10 for the outside of the owl. And essentially, we're not going to cut anything off. Because it's wrapping just a little bit, it makes it look as if there's something to carve off. And there's really not. There's not much here because the log was 10 inches wide. So the next measurement we're going to do, we're going to come up 16 and 17 to get the point at which the owl's wings tuck into his head. So we're going to come up, that one was 10, so we're going to come up 6 more and put a mark, and then 7 and put a mark, and then we'll look back at our drawing again and say, okay, at 16, the turn of the wing to the neck is 1, 2, 3, 4 out. And then over here at 17, it is 1, 2, 3 out. So here, we're gonna go over 4. And this is where the wing turns. And then here, we're gonna come out 3. And this is where the wing turns and becomes the neck. So we've got an arc then here that we can aim at the widest part right here, cross over that, and then remember, we just kind of get a general idea. This is what the wing is going to look like, where it comes up and tucks up underneath where the beak will be. And then over here, same thing, but a little further down. We're going to aim at this piece, that dot there, for the widest spot. And then we're going to scoop the top of the wing up and in to this point where the head is going to start at the back. So now, to find another good reference point is the eye. We're going to come up 19.5 and then over 1.5 to get a good feel for where that is. This was 17, so there's 19.5. And then we're going to come out 1.5 inches, and that's going to be the center of the eye. So this will be the eye right here. And then on this kind of bird, they have this like pancake around an egg of sorts. So we're gonna give it a bit of an egg here. And then, well, how big is that pancake? Well, it's like 1.5, 2.5. So let's see, what would it look like at 2.5? So I can kind of give a general idea here of what 2.5 looks like. Does the eye really come clear back to the center? Almost, not quite. So I'll bring my dot in a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and draw that pancake out here to get a rough idea of where the eye is going to be. And then let's measure out to the beak. So at 17.5, the tip of the beak is 4 out. So this was 17. We're going to go up 1/2 inch and come out 4. And so the tip of the beak is going to be here. And then the shape of that beak is a cut up pretty sharp, like so. And then the whole beak itself is about 1.5 inches, and it arcs up pretty high. It's pretty good sized snout there. And then we're gonna rough in the rest of this. You can see how the tip of the ear is dead center, almost at the top. This is what makes the horned owl. And you can see the horn arcs down and touches the head just slightly in front of the eyeball. And that'll give you a good measurement for where the horn should go. See, like something like that. And then this is gonna come out here and join up with the beak. And then this is just kind of feathers underneath the beak. And then the back of the head is pretty large, and it's going to connect to right here. So we're going to come from here. Let's see. Yep, that's it. And work some feathers, some little arcing strokes up through here to try to figure out where that is. Now, this tells us that we can make a cut here and get rid of all of this. We can make a cut here and get rid of all of this. But there really isn't much that we can cut off on either side. And we want to be really careful cutting anything down here yet, because we don't know how this is going to happen in here. So my next step is going to be to go ahead and block this and this. And then I'm going to come around to this other side and draw in this piece and continue putting it together.